Welcome back to the Orca Boat Shop. My name is Rod. I've been doing a lot of videoing on the build process here on the Acorn skiff, the little sailing skiff. However, due to a bit of human error, I've lost some of the raw footage that I took of making the stern seat assembly and the center and forward thwarts here. What else? Installing the seat riser and a few other things. I can't even remember now, but unfortunately I'm just not going to be able to recover that information from my computer. It's basically, I've made the forward seat, which has the mast partner. The mast will go through, sit in the mast step. I have the center seat assembly here. The main thing was getting the seat riser in level so that when the center seat sat on the seat riser, it would also contact the centerboard box. These two seats are made from solid cedar. However, I did edge sort of band with a nice piece of ash, the aft edge of these and both edges on this seat. Part of the reason for that is that it increases sort of the wearability on the edge, but it also stiffens up the seat somewhat. I mean, the center one here is not likely to probably sag over time because it's supported in the center. I have noticed over the years in other boats that the cedar seats do tend to sort of just sag a little bit. So that's going to reinforce them somewhat. For the stern seat assembly, I've attached this cross support here, add a little bit of feature, routed in a bit of an edge to it. It is screwed into the frame there, and also angled it and screwed into the seat riser, which ends just slightly back of the last frame. Now we've opted on this build for what we call a fan seat, as opposed to just another plank or board going across. So I've manufactured up the pieces out of red cedar, kind of made them all fit, and then took them all off because all of these pieces have been roughly varnished. So the stern seat assembly will simply look like this. So if you've been following me on the Instagram, you will see pictures of this. But again, I've lost the video on actually making that. So these pieces are all out only because it's a lot easier to work on the inside of the boat, varnish them separately, and then they'll all be reinstalled when it's time for delivery. I also have the stern transom knees in. They are mahogany, two pieces glued together. They are screwed through, plugs are in, and I lost the video on that portion as well. What I can be moving on to though is I will have videos on making and installing the oarlock blocks, making and installing all of the floorboards, working on the framing in the centerboard box on the outside, and the beach guards, beach rub rails, whatever you want to call them, bilge runners. They are being riveted in. Greatly apologize that we're kind of going to be jumping ahead a little bit and missing some of the steps, but you know, this kind of crap happens. So, you know, I don't know what to say as far as back up your computer files.